Hi, my name is Mayo Nissen. Thank you to Martin for inviting me. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person to hear the keynotes and other projects being presented today. I want to briefly talk about two projects, Urban Flow and City Tickets, that on the surface might appear to be totally different, and then touch on a couple of similarities and a few things I learned working on them. Urban Flow is an answer to the question of what should go on situated urban screens, specifically the huge 82-inch touchscreens recently installed around central Helsinki, and similar monoliths increasingly popping up in cities around the world. The starting point was simple. What might cities do with situated screens that would generate value for themselves, their citizens and visitors, given the wealth of information available to them? Urban Scale worked with Finnish design firm Nordcap to design a solution for the specific context of Helsinki, combining pedestrian-oriented cartography, wayfinding, transit and journey planning tools with search, local service discovery, and citizen responsiveness. We designed them to be useful and used. In its simplest form, OpenFlow presents itself as a city map, but with variables such as time, location, and access to live data feeds, the content of the map can be adjusted to what's open right now, and transit directions can be adjusted based on actual availability and status. City Tickets, in contrast to the high-tech touchscreens with OpenFlow, is a reconsideration of what we can do with a humble printed receipt from a parking meter. This design exploration asks how existing pieces of real-world urban infrastructure, specifically pay and display parking meters equipped with power, a network connection, and a receipt printer, such as New York City's Muni meters, might be reimagined as entry points to citizen responsiveness systems, such as 311. City Tickets makes the most of a city's existing investment in network systems. New York's 5,000-plus Muni meters cost upwards of $8,000 apiece, after all, by bringing its dialogue with citizens to the place where it is most immediately relevant, here and now, on the sidewalk. Two types of city tickets are available, in addition to the current parking-related features. The local authorities' constantly updated to-do list of known issues, suggestions, and plans for the immediate vicinity, as well as recently completed works, are available on a receipt, each with a unique ID so that it can be looked up and chased up if necessary. On the other hand, citizens are empowered to report problems, a pothole, a graffitied sign, or an awkward junction, for example, and to make suggestions for local improvements themselves. The use of short forms printed from the embedded receipt printer, compared with hyperlocal maps for indicating the exact location of a problem or suggestion and ready for annotation, makes the submission of this information to the local authority straightforward without the need for a smartphone or computer, and most importantly, available at the exact time and place where it is relevant, on the sidewalk right in front of that pothole or broken lamppost or misfunctioning pedestrian crossing. Both of these projects take a few things for granted that are worth pointing out. The device, large touchscreen or Muni meter, is in a specific place. You're interacting with it right now, right here. It has power, and it is, whether or not it has a screen, a computer. It has an internet connection, and it connects to a wider backend system, accessing municipal data in real time. In the case of the citizen responsiveness component of OpenFlow, and integral to City Tickets, there's a database of municipal and works tracking, being both read from in real time and written to. For all of that to work, information is being collated from a variety of sources, which only again underlines the importance of APIs, and the production and maintenance of clean, interoperable data. These are concepts we're used to from the web or from mobile apps, but new on the municipal and government stage, and totally alien in the context of street furniture. It's important to note, too, that neither of these projects are a website or a mobile app, squeezed into a different medium. An 82-inch screen is not an iPhone writ large. It's a different medium with different constraints and opportunities, and understood differently by the user. This is even more apparent with City Tickets. This is data we're used to seeing in one context, suddenly available in the most analog of media, and interacted with by writing with pen on paper. Finally, what's important is that both of these projects are designed for a specific place and context, physically and culturally, as well as around technological constraints. It's not just that thermal receipt printers are low resolution, it's also about what people expect to find on them and how they read them. It's a heavily text-based output, and language varies from place to place. Certain abbreviations make sense in one city but not in another, and how things are referred to or abbreviated varies. Whether and how it's described in turn-by-turn directions in OpenFlow, or with regards to the iconography used on a map, a subway in Helsinki is not the same thing as a subway in Chicago, and not just because one is underground and the other elevated. People's relationships with their local government is different, and how they behave in public space across the world is a constant surprise. I've worked on versions of OpenFlow for Helsinki and Chicago, and the city tickets concept has been adapted for Copenhagen and New York. In every one of these instances, I was reminded how much they had to change and be rethought from the ground up. We should all remember that what people expect, need and want from the social cities of tomorrow is not the same everywhere, and that what we love about Amsterdam is different to what we love about Copenhagen, New York or Beijing. If you have any thoughts, questions or comments, or would like to know more, please do get in touch. I'm sorry I'm not around to talk to you in person in Amsterdam today. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the showcase and the rest of the conference.